what did I tell you? So, there's another day of being right, another week of being right. And look, here, um, thank you to my new subscribers. Shout out to my new subscribers, man. Follow me on this journey. The fantasy guy will make it to the NFL. We speaking it out right now. I'm late, the fantasy guy, and I'm here to win you your leagues. I'm here to make sure you become a legend. You become the one amongst your friends. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. Don't share with your friends because they might take this shit and win your league. And you're going to be looking salty. But we're going to kick this off because I feel like this is important. None of the YouTube fantasy analysts that you might listen to is going to show you actual results. I've been listening to them for years, different ones from all over the globe. And ain't nobody going to show you real shit. What did I say, y'all? That says 3-0 because I'm right, as you can see. Yeah. So real analysis, real concentrated focusedness. You feel me? That's a new word. I mean, the fantasy guy come up with everything. Why? Because I'm the fantasy guy. Now, I'm not a football guy. So don't ask me if I can predict injuries in the future. But I can a little bit, depending on who you're talking about. So this episode is our buy and sell episode. So you got to figure out if you got some gold on your team to sell, or somebody else got some gold that they may not realize. So I'm here to tell you what it is, what to do, why, how, when, and where. You feel me? So yeah. Also going forward, we got a Viagra company that's finna be sponsoring this motherfucker. So get ready for that. And we also got a food truck that's finna sponsor this motherfucker. So keep watching every episode because the fantasy guy gonna tell you what it do. I predicted the Quinshawn Junkins breakout game. I predicted the Emeka Ibuka breakout game. If you keep following me, you're gonna keep getting answers. I might not be supported right now, but pretty soon when everybody catch on, it's gonna be too late. So, because
I'm probably gonna sell my soul, and it's probably not gonna be the same. So just understand that.
number one buy is going to be Jameson Williams. So Jameson Williams only had about 5 or 6 targets last night and caught 2 passes. I had him in my league. He only got me a couple of points in that Ravens game. It was a huge total. Now obviously you want to say, oh, he's not the number one, da 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 da. But Jameson Williams, it was I feel like it was matchup based. You had him, Nate Wiggins covering him a lot of the game, who's just as fast or maybe even faster than him. So in that instance, Jameson Williams is gonna struggle. He does have a boom bust profile, but it's nothing like a Marvin Harrison where you get 20, 0, 0, 0, and then like 4 and then 20, 0, 0. No, Jameson Williams is gonna have a bad week, good week, bad week, good week, bad week, good week. You just have to determine. It's easier to determine that type of boom bust than somebody like a Marvin Harrison Jr. So buy Jameson Williams. The next buy, CD Lamb. Now you might wonder, like, well, okay, fantasy guy, where are you going with this? The nigga just fucking twisted his ankle off. And I understand. But understand this. He hurt. And 9 times out of 10, what I'm seeing in my leagues is people who have CD Lamb are losing. They've lost. They are losing teams because, oh, he might not be doing as good. But these are losing teams. These are desperate. This is where you reach from hell with your big claws, your big fantasy claws, and grab CD Lamb. Now, you like sell him. I know you'd be like, okay, who would I sell him for? If you got Chase Brown on your team, sell him for CD Lamb. If you got anybody of of any like somebody who is a high draft pick but they underperforming, and I'm gonna tell you who the sales is. So just follow the video. I'm gonna keep telling you who to sell. Not everybody, but sell somebody who you don't see a good path for. When I say you don't see a good path, a running back with a bad offensive line, I would sell Ashton Jeanty for CD Lamb. He gonna sit for probably like a month, but sell CD Lamb probably in like, I'm sorry, buy CD Lamb in probably a week or two, closer to him coming back. Don't buy him like at this moment, but just pay attention. Pay attention. You and or somebody who you feel like is a good, like he's good, but you know he's not like, it's not sustainable. And you know who I'm talking about. You know who you worried about. Um Sell Rome Odunze. So the man has been running hot on touchdowns. He's been running hot, but if you look at his receptions, he had 3 receptions for 62 yards and that touchdown saved his day. Rome Odunze is a boom bust player with a boom bust quarterback. The Chicago Bears suck. The Chicago Bears are like the New York Jets of the NFC. They just suck. It's inevitable. And nobody has ever won a fantasy league with a Chicago Bears player. Do you like it, honestly, if you are honestly like, if you think about what the fuck be going on, whoever was like, oh my God, this Bears player won my fantasy league. It's never happened. It's never fucking happened. They'll help you win games, but nobody wins with Bears players unless you just got this cold ass team and you knew even if you did win, the Bears player was the weakest link. Caleb Williams is not it. He will show it and then he won't. So sell Roma Dunze. Number 4, sell Chase Brown. I was a big drafter of Chase Brown. I was really early on Chase Brown, but the fantasy guy did not know that my QB1, Joe Burrow, would just, his foot broke. Chase Brown is like Devon Achane in the sense of if Tua is not on the field, then he's not on the field. Now, Chase Brown might get like a backup quarterback or something like that. Um like they might trade for Jameis. They might, but no matter who they are going to trade for, I don't know, maybe Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson goes to the Bengals, I could see it. But understand this. He's going to be a PPR. Even if they do trade for a quarterback, your only hope is he catches passes out of the backfield at a high clip. Their offensive line is doo-doo. The wide receivers are getting paid in a collection of a total of what, 100 million a year. Joe Burrow making 55 million a year. So now you got 100 million left for the rest of the roster. Not to mention the rookie took their pockets. Trey Henderson took their pockets. So now you got like 60 million to disperse amongst the whole team. How are you going to play? How are you going to pay offensive linemen? They are going to be, they're semi-pro. These are semi-pro offensive linemen. No running back. Devon Achane, you seen how explosive he was, but then when that line started deteriorating, you see how unexplosive he was. Chase Brown needs an offensive line, or he needs Joe Burrow. He has neither. Sell Chase Brown. Sell Chase Brown for Travion Henderson. Sell Chase Brown for Ashton Jeanty. I don't like Ashton Jeanty, but at least he got a damn quarterback. At least he got Brock Bowers to keep people out the box. At least he got Trey Tucker to keep people out the box. Sell Nico Collins. Just going over things. And this is gonna be one of my bright fantasy tips for going forward for my New Year's resolution in fantasy football. Before you enter your draft, look up this for next year, but look up offensive lines, offensive line rankings. Okay? Whoever has the most stacked offensive line, invest in those offenses in your drafts or trade and buy players with these offensive lines. Offensive lines are deteriorating across the league. Why? Because they have to block 397-pound, 4% body fat gorilla monkeys. It hurt. It hurt. I'm not pushing Micah Parsons off me 60 times in one night and I don't hurt. I'm not pushing fucking Miles Garrett, who's 7 foot, 800 pounds, and 4% body fat. You're going to get hurt. Therefore, you need draft wide receivers and running backs and quarterbacks behind great offensive lines. This Houston Texans season is going to shit. It's going to shit very fast. When the season goes to shit, then they get to hyper targeting these players. They get to over relying on the best players. And when you over rely on players in the NFL, they get hurt. Nico Collins gets hurt every year, mind you. Every year. Every single year he pull up on a hamstring or a calf. Sell Nico Collins before he fucks your season. CJ Stroud is so fucking scared to throw the ball that even when his linemen do block, he don't even know that they blocking. Sell Nico Collins. Sell Derrick Henry. Sell Derrick Henry. Like I said, the fantasy guy predicted this again. So if you like, following somebody who's right all the time, follow the fantasy guy and sell Derrick Henry. The reason why I say sell Derrick Henry is because I told y'all he was going too fucking crazy. Nobody is rushing for 2,000 yards after the age of 30, and that's what he did. And when you do that, you feel like you that nigga, man, and regression comes. The Baltimore Ravens was the healthiest team last year. It's not gonna continue. He getting the ball punched out. Derrick Henry has he fumbling, and I know it's like, oh well, it just looked bad right now, and it looked bad right now. But this is 2 straight games, and I get it. The defensive matchups. But you didn't draft him as a second round pick for him to be matchup dependent. Also, he 32. He probably gonna get hurt, bro. His reign in football, unless you sell your soul and you just a quarterback, you don't have that long, bro. He's getting into 31, 32 years old, bro. Like Aaron Jones. That's why I told you to, if you listen to the fantasy guy, I told you to invest in Jordan Mason. I told you. Because these old running backs are going up against the NFL defenses get more athletic and athletic every year. So eventually that physical advantage is not going, people gonna start figuring out, people gonna get tape on your ass. So sell Derrick Henry. 7, buy Jake Ferguson. So Jake Ferguson is a great buy right now. Because CeeDee Lamb is hurt, and CeeDee Lamb is gonna be out for a month. A lot of people think that George Pickens is gonna take over, but really, Dak Prescott has more commonality and common ground with Jake Ferguson. Jake Ferguson is gonna get targets. You see, when CeeDee Lamb went out, Jake Ferguson went off because that is his next up. George Pickens is going to be good, but Jake Ferguson is going to be the beneficiary, and it's probably going to be a more spread around of approach, which is probably going to help them win more games. But understand that Jake Ferguson is a great buy with CeeDee Lamb being out, and then you sell him when CeeDee Lamb comes back, because unless George Pickens get hurt, then you keep him. But buy Jake Ferguson and then sell him after CeeDee Lamb comes, like when CeeDee Lamb getting ready to come back. Okay. Buy Jamar Chase. I cannot explain this enough. Buy Jamar Chase right now. Jamar Chase right now is at the lowest value he's ever gonna be at. Ever. You're not gonna get a bigger discount on Jamar Chase right now. Yes. But they just lost 48-12, 48-6. I don't know the Vikings whooped they motherfucking ass. Buy Jamar Chase. Because T. Higgins is a 50-50 catcher. Once the Bengals, because the Bengals is not gonna see Jake Browning. No other team would be starting Jake Browning right now. The Bengals will see Jake Browning as like, oh my god. What's the coach name? Zach Evans, whatever the fuck his name is. Whoop de doo. uh he gonna he gonna lose his job. He's gonna lose his job. His job been on the line for like 2 years now. He had the best offense last year in the league, and they didn't make the playoffs. He's on the hot seat. So look for a Russell Wilson trade, a Jameis Winston trade. Um, uh, Hell, who else got a backup quarterback? I would even say they might get Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? So look out for that. Look out for that. And if they do get one of those people, Jamar Chase back up, because somebody got to throw it and somebody got to throw it accurately for them. 9. Sell Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. Either one, if not together, but if you have either one of those, sell Jaden Daniels, sell Terry McLaurin. The reason why I say sell Jaden Daniels is because Jaden Daniels, I keep telling y'all, he ran on luck last year that he didn't get hurt. It's a lot of sophomore slumps, but I don't think he is gonna slump necessarily. But think about when you're watching fantasy football, right? And you see your quarterback. Like right now, Joe Burrow got hurt. I got Drake May. I don't worry about Drake May getting hurt because Drake May gonna run out of bounds. Drake May is gonna slide every time. Drake May is not gonna take hits. White quarterbacks are smarter with not taking hits. Jaden Daniels, he like to jump and do all this fuck shit, and he thin. Jaden Daniels' arm is like this. When you see his arms is like this. And I keep telling you how big these gorilla monkeys on these defensive lines are getting. You're literally one hit away from losing your quarterback for the rest of the season. Trade Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin. He got lucky with Marcus Mariota, but he already dealing with a quad. The Washington Commanders season is kind of going to shit. Like, bruh, then you gonna rely on Marcus Mariota for your potential, either if you went running back heavy or wide receiver 1 or 2, and Terry McLaurin it's just not looking good. So sell Jaden Daniels, sell Terry McLaurin right now. Obviously the sales are needs based. I would sell Terry McLaurin for Brees Hall. I would sell Jaden Daniels for a Drake May or a Justin Herbert or somebody who's not gonna take hits, where you watching football the whole season. Fantasy football is already gambling. You taking an extra gamble, and he might get one hitter quitter. These quarterbacks are going down at a fast rate if you're not seeing. So, all right. So 10. Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey is a sell. Sell Ladd McConkey. The reason why I tell you to sell Ladd McConkey is because the Chargers have realized that in order to become a great team, you have to throw it to every fucking body. Oh my God. Realization time. So you need to throw Ladd McConkey to everybody. Now he's gonna have good games. I'm not gonna say Ladd McConkey is not gonna have good games, but we don't need good games. We need consistency. You gonna rely on Keenan Allen getting hurt. You gonna rely on Quinn Johnson getting hurt, and you have to follow philosophy with fantasy football. You follow philosophy. You don't follow games, because games are not sustainable. The philosophy is sustainable. Hardball coaches win in football. Now, last year when Ladd McConkey was the only person who could catch, he was valuable. Now Quinn Johnson can catch. Now Keenan Allen, who has more rapport than all of them, can catch. Keenan Allen might be a league winner if you got him, because he can catch, and he didn't get hurt. He wasn't hurt last year. So yeah, man, this Keenan Allen last year. Now next year, Like if you're in Dynasty, don't sell Lad McConkey. But right now, it's not looking good. Um, sell, sell. This the biggest sell. I'm gonna tell you this because all the fantasy analysts are lazy and they use AI for their analysts and analysis. Okay, the fantasy guy only uses the dome and vibes. You feel me? Do not buy Trey Benson. You sell Trey Benson and you sell him. Trey Benson is not a dog. Matter of fact, I need a dog sounder because I'm a fucking dog. Okay? Trey Benson is not a dog, and I've been telling people this for years. Trey Benson is nothing more than a change of pace back. He comes in when your power back done smashed in everybody, and then now they expecting like a power run, and then you take Trey Benson, you put Trey Benson on the outside so he could do, he could get around. He is explosive, but to have sustainability in fantasy football as a running back, you need to be good inside the tackles and you need to be good outside the tackles. Trey Benson is not good inside the tackles. He's not a dog. He's fast, but he's not a dog. He can't make nobody miss. He can't um it's not good. He's not good. Sell Trey Benson now. Now, if you got Trey Benson, sell him. Sell him to the dumbass motherfucker in your league, the most idiot motherfucker in your league who, I got an RB1. Yeah. No, he's not an RB1. The nigga can't even run between the tackles. That sounds like a RB25 to me. And we trying to win. We don't need no RB25s on our team. We want an RB25. Hell, pick up LaMichael James off the fucking waiver. Okay. Buy Travion Henderson. As you can see, the New England Patriots are fed the fuck up. They are fed the fuck up with the fumbling. And guess who don't fumble? Travion Henderson. In college, he had a whole streak in college not fumbling. Travion Henderson is not a fumbler. Ramondre Stevenson is a proven fumbler. Antonio Gibson is a proven fumbler. That's how Antonio Gibson got to the Patriots, because he fumbled his way to the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson finna fumble his motherfucking way to the Giants. These motherfuckers are fumblers. And there's only one back. They can't keep hiding him no more. Them niggas suck, man. Buy Travion Henderson, man, if you want to win. If you don't want to win, then don't. Buy Brees Hall. I still think, it ain't no trades going on right now. And I get that. But that doesn't mean that there's not going to be any trades. Don't be stupid. The Jets suck ass and they need draft capital. Who's the best person that they can sell for draft capital? They can't sell Justin Fields. They can't sell Garrett Wilson. Who the fuck is left? Brees Hall, who's on the last year of his fucking final contract. They don't want to use him as a workhorse, so they're not gonna pay him. They're not gonna pay a non-workhorse running back if they feel like Isaiah Davis can give comparable production. He can fill that role. Him and Braylon Allen. They're in a rebuild. They have a new coach. That is not the same administration that drafted Brees Hall. Buy Brees Hall, man. He probably gonna go to the Cowboys when Javonte Williams starts stinking it up. He might go to the Chiefs, which would be to the moon. Like the Chiefs need a running back bad. Like you could come up with so many scenarios that Brees Hall could go to, but understand, Brees Hall is going to get traded. He will get traded to either the Cowboys or the Chiefs or a running back needy team. I can't think of everybody right now because it's a lot of fucking teams. But buy Brees Hall. Okay? He's cheap. Buy Brees Hall. In my league, or in one of my leagues, I seen him go for hell, hell. Send him Chase Brown. They kind of even, but Chase Brown is not gonna be traded. Brees Hall is going to be traded. Sell Dak Prescott and George Pickens. The reason that I say this is because with CeeDee Lamb out, Dak Prescott does not do exceptional. You got Dak Prescott because of that 1 year in 2023 where he lit the fucking league up. That's it. That's it. That's all you got Dak Prescott for. Who did he have the whole year? CeeDee Lamb. Who doesn't he have right now? CeeDee Lamb. The shit don't gotta fantasy don't gotta be hard, man. Don't make this shit more difficult than it gotta be, man. He don't got CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens is a boom bust receiver at this point. He run routes, but if you only gotta focus on George Pickens, you can do that. Not the Giants, but what was the first game that they played? The first team that they played, the Eagles. They sat on George Pickens and made Dak Prescott go elsewhere. That's why I say Jake Ferguson is a great buy because Jake Ferguson is gonna soak up them targets. Also, as my little secret, get DJ Giddens. Get DJ Giddens right now. Get DJ Giddens. You will only know if you watch this episode, but I'm giving you a secret. Grab DJ Giddens. Jonathan Taylor get hurt all the time. Okay. 15. The last player that you need to sell. Sell TJ Hawkinson. Sell the Hawk. Sell. The reason why I say TJ Hawkinson, he probably gonna have another good week of production, so you might want to keep him. You might want to hold him. You might want to start him if you got tight end problems. But when he does that, you sell him because people want to see not 1 week of good production, but they want to see 2 weeks of good production. So sell TJ Hawkinson for another tight end upgrade. Like I would be selling TJ Hawkinson right now or in the next week. I would sell him for Tucker Kraft if you could possibly do it. I would sell him for Brock Bowers if you could possibly do it because Brock Bowers is gonna have another bad week, but he's gonna. If anybody could fucking heal while still playing football, it's fucking Brock Bowers. He's an alien. So sell TJ Hawkinson, or if you need running back help, I would sell TJ Hawkinson for Travion Henderson. I would sell TJ Hawkinson for just sell TJ Hawkinson for whatever needs that you may have to your because your needs and with the needs and the people that I'm saying you might not need a running back, you might not need a wide receiver. Sell TJ Hawkinson, big sell. So I'm Lake, the fantasy guy. I just helped you get closer to winning your leagues. Like I said, we still alive. We still undefeated over here. We still winning even without Joe Burrow. No Burrow, no problem is my motto this year. And yeah, I'm here to give you real analysis, real takes, not AI driven. They ban me off Twitter. Look, this the thing. You could ban me, you could take me away, but the people always gonna decide who the fuck won. So, we gonna be on TikTok, we gonna be on YouTube, fuck Twitter, fuck Elon Musk, fuck everybody who run that platform, fuck Twitter employees, fuck all of them. I know I went on a little rant, but hey, you don't ban me. I don't even do nothing to nobody. We out.